My name's Amata, and in this Red Gamer Tech video I'm here with the latest from the gaming world in the last 24 or so hours. Today we have a very E3 flavoured video, as we have some confirmations as to what's going on with the Xbox conference this year, some rumours for the Sony conference, and then moving on from E3 we have an official confirmation regarding Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and then we're going to finish off on a bit of a sour note, as there's a nasty bug discovered that was in Steam and left over 1 million users vulnerable. So we're going to start off with Xbox at E3. So of course E3 is swiftly approaching. It honestly is just hitting me really hard today as to how fast this year has gone, that E3 is basically almost upon us. And now Microsoft have unveiled their full E3 2018 plans. So as well as their usual Xbox at E3 briefing, there's going to be a standalone Xbox experience at the Microsoft Theatre, and there's going to be a full week of coverage over on Mixer as well. Now, before I go into the full rundown of the Xbox E3 festivities, there was one interesting thing that Microsoft let slip that perhaps they shouldn't have done, or maybe they're just tantalising us, they're teasing us to get our appetites up before the conferences. And that is, apparently we're going to be seeing a, quote, new Battle Royale experience via Mixer. Now, you may recall that there was some sort of Battle Royale game shown at E3 last year, so it could be more of that. It could also be more PUBG, or of course it could be a completely new experience. Unfortunately, given how vague and general the statement is, it could literally be anything. You know, maybe it's a battle royale, they let a bunch of cats loose in the arena, and whatever cat, you know, it sits on a human's lap last is the loser. I don't know. But regardless, let's go on to the full rundown of what we do know about what's happening with Microsoft's conference at E3. So it's going to start at 1 PM PDT, and we're also going to be seeing Inside Xbox making its first appearance airing during E3. That's going to be airing at Monday, June the 11th at 3 PM PDT, and it's going to have live stream full of announcements, game demos, interviews and all that sort of stuff, so that's definitely going to be worth tuning into from the sounds of it. So, as I said, there is going to be something for people who actually are going to be at the event. There's going to be the Xbox experience at the Microsoft Theatre itself, and there's going to be games available to play, many of them shown in the briefing and all that sort of stuff. But where they let slip about the Battle Royale experience is actually during their Mixer at E3 segment, and of course the source for this is going to be linked below. It is the official Microsoft source, so no rumours or anything like that here. But during the Mixer segment, there's going to be a special showing of Hype Zone Live, featuring, again, the new Battle Royale experience that now has gotten my eyebrows slightly raised. Now, of course, Phil Spencer has been very keen to say that they are trying to expand their first-party development, and I think we're definitely going to need to see some of that present at E3 this year, because, as I've said before, the X is a really good console, as is the Xbox One itself. But it is lacking those really killer console sellers in comparison to Sony. And obviously that is a personal opinion, but it is, in my opinion, lacking a little bit. I'm not saying there's zero, because that's silly, but it is lacking in comparison. Microsoft definitely needs to step up their game when it comes to the amount of exclusives that they can offer, or even if they're timed exclusives or whatever. You know, the reasons to buy their console over their competitor. That's obviously the reason exclusives exist. So I'm definitely curious to see what we will see from Microsoft at their conference. Last year's showing from them was pretty damn strong, so if they can continue at least that good, that would be wonderful. One thing I will say about Microsoft's conference is there's always a nice selection of indie games as well as the AAAs. So place your bets on what AAAs we're going to be seeing at E3 this year at Microsoft's conference, my friends. And speaking of E3, we have a lineup leaked of E3's 2018 Sony conference. So basically what we have seen is a lineup photo leak of what's going to be happening at Sony's conference at E3. Now, I just want to say that I do not believe this is real, not even slightly. This is more me talking about why I don't believe it's real. It just reeks of it. I'm not like it's like some sort of Sherlock Holmes going, well, Watson, it's, you know, clearly only a detective of my caliber can figure out that this list is obviously fake. No, it's pretty clearly not true. I'll be shocked if this is real, but of course it's possible. So why do I not believe it's real? Well, first thing first, it's too good to be true. So let's see what we have. We've got the Days Gone trailer unveiling the release date, or launch trailer to be exact. Last of Us Part 2 gameplay trailer, Splinter Cell Apocalypse trailer, gameplay trailer for Devil May Cry 5, Yakuza 2 Kiwami trailer, PS2 and PS3 games being playable on the PS4, a Death Stranding trailer and gameplay, Vanquish 2 gameplay trailer with a reveal of the release date for Spyro Reignited Trilogy, a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 unveiling the release date, and a trailer unveiling the release date for Beyond Good and Evil 2, a Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake trailer, of course, Marvel Spider-Man gameplay trailer, and finally a trailer release date for Final Fantasy VII Remake. So you can kind of see why I don't really believe this. It's way too good to be true. And also Ghost of Tsushima is missing as well. Now, of course, I don't know for a fact that this is fake, because I just don't know. I'm not at Sony's offices, sadly not. So I have no idea, but I'm just saying this seems way too good to be true. Way too good to be true. Now, if I'm wrong, brilliant. This sounds like a cracking lineup. Oh, sorry, I just realised I forgot to mention one. Shenmue 3 is also on there as well, gameplay, naturally. Yeah, so if I'm wrong, great, sign me up, Sony. Sounds like a fantastic conference there, but I'm going to go with probably not. But of course, Sony are welcome to surprise me. The source for this is going to be linked in the description below, and the quality of the image doesn't really help its legitimacy, let's just put it that way. So, you know, we don't have to wait and see that long to see how true this actually is. So, what do I think we're actually going to see from this particular list? Well, I'd say Last of Us Part 2 gameplay is not too bad a shout. Resident Evil 2, I think, is a pretty decent shot as well. Kingdom Hearts 3 we might see. Spyro Reignited we might see as well. We probably will see Death Stranding, but we'll see gameplay, I don't know. PS2 and PS3 games being playable without PS Now, doubt it. I mean, maybe that's what they mean, but that's not really an announcement. You already can, unless they mean a new addition of games. But again, Beyond Good and Evil 2 gameplay, it's not going to be at Sony's conference. If it exists, it's going to be at Ubisoft's. So there's a few things that I think we might see from this particular list, and a Final Fantasy VII launch trailer, perhaps a gameplay trailer, decent shout, definitely. So that's my prediction. We're going to see a few things, I think, probably from this list, but I would be shocked if this is true. But again, you're welcome to have a look at the link below and decide for yourself. Let's move on, shall we, to Assassin's Creed. So you may have seen the image leak late yesterday of the Assassin's Creed Odyssey keychain, which definitely got tongues wagging and the rumour mill spinning. And now Ubisoft have officially confirmed that this is a thing that exists, as there is a very short video posted by the Assassin's Creed Twitter account late evening yesterday, and confirmed that yes, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a thing, and we will be seeing it at E3. Now, if you watch the clip, and there's going to be a link to the tweet in the description below this video, it is very brief, as I already said, but clearly the setting to me is Greece, because, well, the helmet in the keychain definitely has a Greek flavour to it, but also, does that kick off the cliff remind you of anything? I know it does me. So, obviously it's not confirmed or anything, but I think it's basically confirmed without saying it's confirmed, so it's most likely Greece, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. The talk around the industry at the moment is that it is going to be following on from Origins directly. It's probably going to be using the same engine, given how swiftly this has been released after the launch of Origins. Now, I do hope that we don't see the same problems start to affect and make the series suffer, shall I say, like we saw with the previous iterations before Origins, where it was becoming very samey, where they were going too fast and just trying to push them out on a yearly basis. I really think that the break for Origins helped it feel that much fresher. And the time away clearly did the team good, so I just don't want to see that same fatigue start to set in. I don't think it's going to happen already, but I'm concerned that they're pushing one out this quickly. Just a little bit concerned, not majorly concerned, but a raise of the eyebrow, I guess you could say. So let's move on to our final item for today, which is regarding Steam. So sadly, I am not here to deliver good news. I'm here to deliver news of yet another security vulnerability, this time within Steam itself. Now, this particular vulnerability was made public by a fellow by the name of Tom Court, a security researcher over at Contextus. And he basically said that Steam had a remote code execution vulnerability that went unfixed for years, and unfortunately left millions of accounts vulnerable. And there's a report done by him, which I will link in the description below this video. I'd highly recommend that you give it a read. And within that report, he writes, quote, "The keen-eyed, security-conscious PC gamers amongst you may have noticed that Valve released a new update to the Steam client in recent weeks." And he also went on to say that this particular update was to fix a bug. And then he went on to say, quote, "This bug could have been used as the basis for a highly reliable exploit. This was a very simple bug made relatively straightforward to exploit due to a lack of modern exploit protection." So you might be going, okay, that's all pretty, but what is the bug actually? Basically, it was a heap corruption within the client library itself that could have been remotely triggered. And just an example, hackers could have exploited this vulnerability to execute code on your machine remotely, therefore taking full control of it. And according to Tom, the bug has existed in Steam for at least the last 10 years and would have resulted in remote code execution in 15 million clients. You know, that's not that many, right? And I do have a bit of a quote here to further explain this a bit further, saying, quote, "The bug was caused by the absence of a simple check to ensure that for the first packet of a fragmented datagram, the specific packet length was less than or equal to the total datagram length. This seems like a simple oversight, given that the check was present for all subsequent packets carrying fragments of the datagram. Without additional info leaking bugs, heap corruptions on modern operating systems are notoriously difficult to control to the point of granting remote code execution. In this case, however, thanks to Steam's custom memory allocator and until last July, no ASLR on the Steam client.dl binary, this bug could have been used as the basis for a highly reliable exploit." So we're going, whoa, back up. This was there for 10 years. How did that happen? And that is definitely the question. Now, you may remember some weeks ago that I covered the fact that Valve was asking white hat hackers to basically find exploit this like this and report it to them and obviously pay them for their services. And I think discoveries like this show that those people serve definitely a vital role. At the moment, though, Valve has not commented on this particular exploit, but they have at least acknowledged Tom Court's report, as they did mention his name in the Steam client update, basically saying, hey, yeah, thanks for the heads up. Now, you'll also find a link in the description below his actual blog post of a video that he did. It's a proof of concept video basically showing the bug in practice, where he launches an app on his system after exploiting the bug. Now, obviously, after he reported it to Valve, it was swiftly fixed by them, but obviously the issue here is that it went unnoticed for such a long time. So I guess we should just, be very thankful that Tom has now discovered this vulnerability and it has now been fixed by Valve. So, not brilliant. This seems to be the year of security exploits, Lord knows why. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, do like and subscribe if you have enjoyed. It really does help out a great deal. And also, if you do subscribe, hit that bell icon, as it also helps us. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.